counter punch. Telling him not to counter punch.
Here on the Atlantic Television Network, and I have with me a button.
It's a delightful morning. Good to be here.
Let's get started. Of course, we normally start on the local scene, and our spotlight is on Ogun State, because they have expressed its readiness to adopt a catch them young approach to scout for budding talents in secondary schools across the entire state, all in the bid to ensure that they put up a respectable performance at the 2024 National Sports Festival. This is the way to go.
Yeah, it is the way to go. I mean, next year, sometime around May, they should be preparing, or maybe depending on when they want to, we should be thinking of another edition of the National Sports Festival. And part of the, if you must host, then there should be tendency of you winning. And in the last two editions, we have seen how Edo State, Delta State, raise up to the task. So I think the policy is, if we must host this and do well, we must adopt athletes. Adopting athletes implies that we need to search for athletes, look out for the best athletes we have, and then see how far. And part of the means, from what the commissioner was saying there, or he's saying, is that we need to go to the grassroots and the schools where budding talent lies. And so, for me, it's a good idea, but then they need to be, is one thing to say, or wanting to outline it as a policy or a strategy, is wanting to implement it. So I think that it is a good initiative. And when you go for inter-house sports, as he explained, you will say abundance of talent, but what you make of this talent matters so much. And for me, it's not a bad idea, but where is the time? There needs to be a machinery on ground to checkmate this talent. If you want to do school sports, then you need to be intentional about it. If you want to have inter-house sports to fish out talent, you need to be intentional about it, because truly, it looks like there is time, but if you look at it properly, they are hosting, they are preparing infrastructures, they are doing other things, they are ensuring that hospitality, a whole lot, and so there needs to be proper organization of the talents that we display finally when the competition comes all the way.
Into the first National Sports Festival, beginning to get participants get ready, and Ogun State is in the forefront of discovering talents that will be nurtured during this festival proper. We just hope that this effort will be sustained, because that is just the only way to go. Catch them young will be a very proper way of discovering talents across for the national athletics as well. Meanwhile, talking about athletics reminds me that over 8,000 women comprising of professional athletes and avid runners will participate in the Lagos Women Run that is should get underway in just a few days from now, 11th of November to be specific. We understand this event will see 8,000 participants. This is quite a number. We understand 300 of them will be professional ranks.
8,000, I think it's lovely. It's challenging. I'm just thinking how they did it. To have 8,000 women participate in an athletic program, is massive, because you're going to see them. I don't know whether the numbers are exaggerated, but when they say that they have, the statistic shows that 8,000 have registered, then you can just believe it, because 8,000 around Lagos is easy to get by. And I mean, it's just about this for the love of the sport, and this is not the first time. So I was thinking around it and trying to get the reaction of the how they came about this particular one. But it's lovely to see that women are re-projected to see how far. Not just about the different categories. I know we have veteran category. I know we have a newcomers categories, but it's about athletics. I think that these initiatives, they should partner with the Athletics Federation, because some of the young lads that will be participating in this is also an avenue, not just for recreation and for the purpose of exercising, it's for getting and discovering talent. Some of the talent that will be discovered here can also be part of the scheme. I mean, there are avenues. This is an avenue to fish out talent and to sustain this thing, because even those, it also bring other stakeholders who may not be sports minded, to brace up, because this is like a normal routine quarterly stuff or a yearly or an annual stuff. But the Athletics Federation can look into it and see how far they can align or partner with them, so that we can have it rosy. If we have some of this event going, to be fine. And I think that is a nice one, because when we have athletics, I mean, this year end, we're going to be seeing more of this, some of these athletics activities, and I feel that none should go out of the sight of our Athletics Federation, because it all boils down to the talent we are talking about, and how to ensure that we continue to drive athletics in Nigeria.
Athletics needs to continue to be put together, but we are not just having individual participants. 10 club sites are involved in this one, Ebo.
10 clubs, and that makes it even more competitive. And if you look at the amount of money that is involved, it's lovely. 10 club sites, you have 300 professionals that are part of it. It makes it look competitive, and I see that it will be, a lot of people will be going out there to really compete strongly for talent. So for me, I'm overwhelmed getting to see that this initiative, this is the second time I've been following this up now, and I can't just wait to see how far. So imagine when the winner gets 1.5, and it has different categories. The veteran gets about 500,000. So everyone who comes there is a potential winner. So it all depends on what you make of yourself. And these clubs are showcasing. So if a club gets to win 1.5, courtesy of an outstanding athlete, it's big for them. So it's going to be competitive. It's going to be fun. I hear that arrangements are on ground to ensure that they also get some music talents to display. So it's, for me, it's lovely. I just wish that other states can take part in some of these things. But when this is happening in and around Lagos, because of the viable nature or the economic viability of Lagos, I feel that this partnership should cut across Nigeria, or maybe the zone, the geopolitical zone, so that we can have sense of belonging. If such is happening in Lagos, western parts, those in the western part should be part of it, which I trust they will, because where do they get the 8,000? I don't think it's just people around Lagos. I feel that such too can be hosted in Port Harcourt, where those in the south region can be part of it, and maybe in the east too. By so doing, it becomes a national thing. I think it's lovely. Maybe they don't want to start somewhere. And I feel that Athletics Federation, like I keep saying, that they should partner so that we can have, it's not enough, because you need to prove, even if you're a national champion now in that weight class, you need to...
There's an African championship coming up.
Yes, soon, and he will be part of it. And so if he goes there in Cote d'Ivoire and then he displayed fine, it will be fine. It all depends, because from the African Championship, these are the areas where they test for the qualifiers, more like it serves as qualifiers for them. If you compete there and you are okay, then they'll have another one. I'm sure that they're going to have like two more championship, to pick those that will represent Africa in this particular one. So for me, it's a dream, but it's good that he has, possibly conquered Nigeria.